Garen would be brother and sister as well, right? Sorry, brother and brother. Because Lux and Garen are brother and sister, aren't they? Let's consider that while the fans are cheering.
Is the sun setting?
Keep your eye on it, guys. Gen.G fans very loud. It does look a bit sunsetty.
It does look a little bit sunsetty. It's starting to set on Summoner's Rift.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's going to go nighttime.
Yeah, is it going to be like true sunset if we get to a game 3?
Ooh.
And then so that it can be like nighttime, game 1 of our second series?
You mean like the semi-dark blue, but not totally dark?
Yeah, like dusk.
Yeah.
The twilight zone.
That would be really nice. I would really like that. You know what else I would really like?
What would you really like?
I would like a Skarner skin where the spire area is all just flowers and roses. Call it Captain Skarner. That's what they do.
Oh my god, that'd be incredible. Yeah, how would you make a Captain Flowers Skarner skin, I wonder?
I just told you.
Is that... No, but, you know, that's going to be the spires, but you haven't told me what Skarner's actually going to look like.
Well...
Is it just going to be Skarner with Captain Flowers' face?
You saw Team Liquid's new jerseys, right? The Avengers?
Yeah.
What they haven't told you is that the secret coach is Captain Flowers. He's going to get a skin when they win Worlds.
Right, that's how it's working.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thought I had inside information, but no, apparently not. Whoa, it all gets past me, but thank goodness nothing gets past you, LS. I didn't even know that your name stood for low standards. Now I know.
Yeah.
Finally getting all the information.
Oh. One of the good things about this game is that Tom is here.
He is. Thomas Kench, once again, and you're cast in the right region for Thomas Kench to be involved. No matter how many times he gets hit with the Nerf bat, he just keeps getting back up and going back again. As Kuzan diving onto Faker. He's like that boxer that will just never quit, you know?
These series are probably actually making a lot of people sweat. They're seeing how useless Tom is in top lane, and that's all people are complaining about on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
But his popularity and support might mean that Riot has a way to nerf him.
Aha.
They've been given the excuse to try to hit him one more time. And then...
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Maybe he'll go down for the punch.
Maybe.
Down for the count.
I'm not yeah, well,
what
I mean...
did I say?
Yeah, down for the count is what you meant, but down for the punch? Maybe you were
maybe
thinking about, like, maybe it's one last punch. That's a really, really nice trouble bubble, but he's still going to get the flash out of Faker, and he's still going to go down for first blood. Halo Blades, Rek'Sai, plenty of damage availability.
And Kuzan being able to keep his flash available.
I really like the percentage play out of Gen.G in that mid lane. That was really, really nicely done. Kuzan knew that no matter what, all he needed to do was land the chains. He passed the test.
At this point now, Effort and Teddy getting poked down a little bit. Teddy does have the teleport, so he'll eventually be able to bring it back. We'll take a look at this. It's very surprising. You can see that Faker's actually playing right pocket side of the blue lane, respecting the fact that Rek'Sai can come from the left-hand side, but ends up getting caught out by the combo regardless and going down.
Even investing the flash into that play also, so feeling like he did have an opportunity. The sidestep on the distortion damage was actually really, really nice from Faker, but the fact that the chains landed, that's, like we say, the only test, really, that Kuzan truly had. CuVee poking out Khan. We saw yesterday, Tal, of course, dying, I think, level 3, 1v1, as the Vladimir against the Nico. Getting a little bit shocked by that one. The damage in that particular game from Rascal was pretty silly from the Nico.
So far in this game, Clid already has the Predator boots as well as the Chilling Smite. And he's going to be looking at Seonghwan's right-hand side jungle. He's going to realize, okay, it's not here.
Takes his Blast Cone, though. So there's something. Control ward down here for SKT. Now we'll just move, grab his Krugs. Respawn on the Krugs on the top side of the map for Seonghwan as well, so both of our junglers just hard farming.
What's really interesting about this game is that they have the Sorcerer buff on Gen.G's side.
Uh-huh. Tell me more.
And they have Shapeshifter, which is really interesting. They have a lot going for them.
Whoa, they have Shapeshifter as well? Who shapeshifts?
Nico.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, but you've only got one. There's no synergies there. You're not going to get the double health.
Not with that attitude.
I guess you truly are low standards.
What if Nico's passive ability is that she becomes whatever character that she's next to? So she turns into Rek'Sai
and actually just straight up has... Oh, right, okay, so it has the same traits?
See? You just gotta put some thought into it.
Yeah, that's certainly some optimistic Nicoing. And does she remain a sorcerer the whole time?
Absolutely.
Oh, goodness me. She better be like 6 cost.
4.
She's the
at the
new
very least.
ultra legendary.
Absolutely.
Mega ultra legendary.
I feel like the number 4 is a little bit of a shapeshifter. You know, you can sort of twist and contort it to make other numbers. Pretty easy.
Make it into an A sometimes as well, according to some people.
All right.
You know? If they can't get the correct name on the League of Legends client.
The reason that we're talking about this is there's not a lot going on in the game. Clown Dragon is the first one that's going to spawn, but with the Skarner still clawing his way to level 6, it's going to be...
I see what you did there with clawing, and his Skarner's got claws in the front. Really, I did enjoy that a lot. That was fantastic.
I wove it in for you.
Yeah, sorry, what was your point?
Yeah, so he's clawing his way to level 6, and without any jungle influence, it's actually really hard for too much action to occur on the map. Now, Effort is taking a trip to the river, but ends up getting caught.
Yeah, he was trying to go back home, but Songwon finds him. Does have the Grey health. They hold on to a lot of their damage until after that one goes down, but Effort eventually able to get out of there. Doesn't even have to flash, as there's the Impale. Teddy's going to find the piercing arrow. Hail of arrows not enough, and Ruler is able to flash to get himself out.
That
wow.
Was really, really close.
Super close. Teddy not wanting to actually invest the flash to take that kill down. Teleport's going to get Effort back down towards the bottom side of the map. Still, of course, with the flash available, is meaning that he's pretty comfortable, especially with this unsealed spellbook that's here. So far, 1,000 gold is going to be the lead, given Kuzan's advantage in the mid lane. Faker, of course, still able to stay up as far as the farm is concerned, and Ruler had teleported already, so he's going to wander back towards this lane with a lower health bar.
And we'll see what ends up coming from this, as that was pretty hefty of an investment from SKT, although it looks like Clid wants to start the Dragon with the help of Effort.
Yeah, back into their dragony ways as Teddy walks over.
Beautiful question mark ping on the LeBlanc, tracking her through the Fog of War perfectly, knowing they can convert into this Clown Dragon.
Yep, back timing's pretty nice there as Cloud comes up. Next one going to be a Cloud. So let's see how SKT goes with rolling a little bit lower as Faker sidestepping absolutely everything and almost kills Kuzan. That was amazing from our man in the mid lane. His performance on the Akali in Game 1 was brilliant. Really good to see Faker in some form here over the last 2 series.
This Grandma in the mid lane, is that what she is, 1,000, right?
Yeah, something like
Very
that.
Very agile.
Super agile.
She's definitely got some moves. As Faker is having dictatorship over this lane right now, and he's exerting dominance despite giving up that kill early on. He's recovered fantastically inside of this lane. And now, with Clid having his ultimate available again, he might look for some action, although he does have to pass the left side of the map.
I'm now imagining lanes as, like, governments, now that you're calling it dictatorship and stuff like that. Yeah, what do we call, like, democracy? Do we have democracy on the bottom side of the map? Is that when, like,
what is a democracy?
I don't know.
Oh, no, certainly not this.
Yeah, this ain't a democracy. This is, oh my goodness, a turnaround. Really nicely done, actually, 1-for-1 so far. Trouble bubble from downtown. And Clid doesn't have to use the ult for that one. Double kill comes in for Teddy. And SKT are going to do it. Certainly not a democracy. That was a slaughter.
Yeah, that was nothing democratic in that whole situation. As Sungwon, he's going to try to make the most of the situation, counter jungling everything on the left-hand side. Agatha going to end up being taken right at the very end. We'll see how this all ends up transpiring. This Catfish, he was really tasting something right here as he ate alive, devoured her, threw her back right into Teddy. And then this was really well executed.
I just don't know how Faker managed to line that one up so incredibly beautifully. Really, really nicely done. I wanted that one in slow motion as it traveled through the wall, because he was like halfway down the river. Like, he wasn't even anywhere near the screen. Still able to nail it.
She has an arm.
She does.
Zoe does have an arm.
Damn right she does.
Maybe Zoe players in the LCK have arms, and players that play Ashe tend, and Sejuani, they're football players. They do hit some impressive field goals sometimes.
Well, Clid manages to pick up the blue buff. Faker slightly miscalculating his damage on his paddle star was slightly unfortunate. That's what happens if you play the game beforehand with triple infernal. It skews how much damage you think you're capable of. See Faker now with some priority there in the mid lane. 2 minutes until that Cloud Drake is going to be available. Shelly has hit the Rift, but 11 minutes in now, and neither SKT or Gen.G have really had a look at it. Haven't paid too much attention here towards the top side either, but Khan has actually been pretty comfy, to be honest, on this Aatrox in the range versus melee matchup. That can be rough for the Aatrox in this lane.
Well,
no extension of leads, nothing like that.
Yeah, let's give a brief rundown of what's going to transpire.
Okay, good go.
All right,
go,
and then we can get to the real stuff. All right, so Skarner's going to end up eating the Krug camp. Faker's going to pick himself up a plate here in the mid lane. He'll probably stay for one more mid wave before recalling. Skarner will probably proceed to getting the Scuttle Crab on the right-hand side, utilizing the priority that was present in mid and bot lane. He'll eat that, transition back into his red side jungle, eat his red and his wraith before recalling. Mid's going to end up probably recalling after this wave due to Faker's mana bar right now, and knowing that he realistically can't set up a kill unless that Trouble Bubble would land, in which case Clid would be able to follow up from the right-hand side. Although, it looks like they actually don't want to go for the red. They might want to go for a little bit more of a proactive play, but they can't actually find that due to the bottom lane state right now. Ezreal and, well, they're going to go for it anyway. They're going to bring Faker down to, oh, he has a Proto Belt on him.
Yeah, he's able to pick that one up.
But
RNG,
it's really hard to make this work. You can see. This is why I'm saying it's near impossible to really force this to happen. It's an Ezreal and a Lux. Now, she doesn't have Flash, but the binding is really easy to hit.
Oh, Clid here in the mid lane, just backing Faker up. You saw Songwon here was hanging up topside river. Maybe starting off Shelly here. As you can see, CuVee is able to push at will, meaning that SKT should have a look around, but Songwon not going to see anyone here, and there is vision for SKT on Shelly.
Faker's really refusing to recall, even though this was an incoming canyon wave. But perhaps he thought that he didn't want Kuzan to be able to get the initial first recall. But this is a little bit surprising, because now it means that his recall timer will be a little bit mismatched. Perhaps what he's thinking here is that he doesn't want to give up priority in mid.
Well, there's the Abyssal Voyage. Effort's going to come in with Clid. No QSS available just yet for Ruler, and he is well dead. Teddy picks up his third of the game. He's the man with the bounty on his head, and he's the man that SKT like to get behind. Really, really nice play for the early game on SKT's side.
Yeah, and the Varus is just accelerating really, really fast. Now, Ruler does have teleport. He's going to be able to TP back down into bottom lane, so it's not like Teddy's going to be able to pick up too many turret plates. Cloud Dragon will get picked up by Clid on the right-hand side. Faker, having stuck around in mid lane for an eternity, is still around near this Rift Herald.
Well, Herald's going to be taken, but it isn't the same as last game. Remember, the Rift Herald was picked up by SKT in last game, and it was traded for this kind of pressure bottom side. But SKT's able to get so much more work done on these turrets, and the turret plates just ran out. Okay, there's the chains landing from Kuzan. Ignite going down. That's Faker's actual Ignite, as he doesn't find the paddle star. Goes down to the passive at least, so at least gets the Deceive.
And so now this is going to induce a recall out of Kuzan, who already has level 11. Faker should get it off of this wave. Although, Clid is absorbing and sharing some XP. Faker's a lot further behind than I thought.
It's weird, though, because...
yeah, a lot of experience has been absorbed.
Yeah, the experience is certainly the issue. He's still ahead when it comes to the farm, despite going down early, but... Like you say, interesting that Kuzan's been able to get a few more.
He's ahead in gold because of the turret plates as well as the farm, despite the assist that Kuzan has at this point. Or, well, received earlier on inside of the game. But it is really surprising because Kuzan is well into 11, whereas Faker has yet to hit it.
Yeah.
Which is really bizarre. Yes, he was roaming, but he was often doing so after getting the priority already.
He was good at setting up waves for himself.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I'm quite perplexed also.
He did just hit level 11. But LeBlanc's going to catch the same wave, so Faker just hit 11. I'm curious to see when Kuzan hits 12, because that'll really be a pretty good indication of just how far behind he is in the experience bar if we don't end up getting to see via their highlighted champion in the bottom left.
Yep. Okay, top side of the map, Khan's just pushing in. He does actually have a slight CS advantage, but a wave coming towards CuVee means that that will move back into the Nico's favor. Nico being very quiet so far. 16 minutes into this game. Infernal Drake, by the way, guys, going to be the next one. 3 minutes until that comes back up. And SKT will be looking to fight for that one. That is absolutely true, and I think this time Gen.G are probably going to try and go for it also. Clid just going to walk up and smite. That's not too bad as Khan. He's going to get pulled back. Pop Blossom comes in. Khan does have the flash available easily. Picks that one up. The World Ender not even necessary apart from some extra movement speed. And that was just some really nice play out of Khan.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic out of him, and that's massive amounts of pressure relief that SKT get now up in top lane, knowing that no attention has to be devoted. Now everyone can move towards the mid part of the map.
Yep, minions also able to get healed up by the redemption that was picked up by Faker there. Really cool stuff. Kuzan from over the wall wants to try and punish, but Faker has an extra flash as well as his own. And Gen.G couldn't answer. That is so huge. The fact that there's a solo kill topside, this turret is probably going to go down. Kuzan is even further behind. And the mid-outer turret also fell as a direct result. Damn, that is called a cascade of problems on Gen.G's side, but a fantastic lead created by SKT.
Yeah. And let's take a look at this one more time. Khan opens up with his combo, actually uses World Ender after the combo was started. Aatrox gets bonus AD when he casts his ultimate, so utilizing it right there. Getting the bonus AD at the end, and as you were pointing out,
gets the movement speed to sidestep the Pop Blossom. Yeah. Really nicely done.
So he ends up picking that up. Now Faker down here in bottom lane. We see he's about to hit level 12.
Yep. Fake flashing towards Kuzan here. Of course, still has his actual one, so someone of his work cut out for him if he actually wants to land anything. The chains do need to land once again. Real flash utilized by Faker. Doesn't go for the fat one over the wall. As efforts down here on the bottom side does have the Abyssal Voyage, but didn't want to take Teddy into what could have been a dicey scenario. Eventually, Shelly does come in, but the wave is actually going to meet in the middle here, and Shelly might not actually get any work done, given the fact that SKT should be able to get a relatively quick rotation over.
She should get one crash.
Yeah, she's going to crash forward, and in fact, SKT are looking to let her do so and try and cut Gen.G off at the pass, but not quite able to.
And now, Infernal Dragon is likely going the way of SK Telecom. Both top laners have teleport right now. Take a look at Aatrox. He's almost 13 and a half. CuVee is still level 12.
It's so hard though, right? Because now Khan has such a clear advantage in a matchup that Gen.G probably should have had a bit of control in. Yes, like, Khan, if he lands his full combo like that, should be able to kill CuVee. However, it's so hard to get on top of a Nico just in general that, like, that shouldn't happen, in theory.
Yeah. Well,
just, it did, and now it's really skewed how this game is supposed to go from a Gen.G perspective.
And I think one of the other problems right now that Gen.G are having is that Rek'Sai has the Quicksilver Sash picked up already. Yep. So a lot of a stunt, or quite a big stunt in her build path. And Nico is looking like she has the stopwatch. We'll have to see if CuVee is going to actually just go Zanya's Hourglass next, or what is going to be the itemization of choice. Normally, you just see Twin Shadows come in.
Yeah, you should be going Spooky Ghosts if it's the standard Glacial Augment build, and of course that is the keystone that he's picked up.
He does pick up the Aether Wisp.
Yep.
Just now.
Okay, so he is going, he just has the stopwatch, and is going to be going towards the Last Shadow? The Twin Shadows? Sorry, your name isn't Last Shadow, it's Flow Standards. I keep forgetting.
Right.
I gotta get this information. The change of information, it's just it's a bit rough for me. You know, I'm getting old. brain doesn't work as fast as it used to. And it also just never really worked that fast anyway. 4,000 gold going to be the lead here for SKT. Songwan and Kuzan, they really have an issue with Faker here, but he drops off his bubble. That was really cute. Not going to be enough though. Teleports are coming in.
That's a donation.
Yep. The Pop Blossom comes in, but actually, Khan in the World Ender, he's able to dive on top of CuVee. Shape Splitter was the wrong one. The flash forward Ruler able to utilize the QSS that he literally just purchased in order to get out of the Impale. Really good turnaround there, and look, I thought it was a donation as well, but Khan using the stopwatch to great effect.
And comes at the cost of his stopwatch. They managed to avoid what could have been a really big tempo turnaround swing.
Oh god, Kuzan gonna have to flash, double distortion in order to get out of the way of Khan. Khan's Aatrox, absolutely terrifying right now, and Teddy just kills a Rek'Sai at the back of the Baron pit. Not entirely sure what he was doing there. I was checking out top lane, as now Ruler's getting corralled as well. He's trying to turn it into a kill onto Teddy, but he's getting body blocked. Oh, the final spark picks off Teddy, and that means that SKT probably can't turn on a Baron.
Yeah,
that's actually huge.
Can't start the Baron now. However, Teddy has teleport, Ruler does not.
Okay.
That is something that might have to be kept in mind depending on how the next 20 seconds go. Because if SK Telecom get one more pick, yes, they can start the Baron with ease.
Well, Epic going to face check there just a little bit, gets his control ward down as the Blooming Burst not going to be able to find the Catfish Man. Sir Thomas able to walk over to the Raptors quite comfortably in a turret, taking a lot of damage, and SKT with all the deep vision that they would like. Faker dropping off the bubble there was not enough to save his life, but of course had full information of what Gen.G were trying to do. And the Abyssal Voyage was what allowed SKT to turn this one. Unfortunate that Teddy kind of shorted the Chains of Corruption there.
The stopwatch paying off massive inside of that. Without it, he just would have went down immediately. And then now...
Right, Clid just knocked Songwon into the Thunderdome with him. That's what happened.
Yep. Teddy able to pick him off in the end. Ruler went for a last stand. And now let's talk about it too. It comes at the expense of his flash.
For it, exactly.
It's not worth it.
Well, I mean, it only got close to being worth because Life managed to eventually get the kill with a max range final spark. That is not the kind of investment that you should be looking for here as Khan. Not going to be found by 5 members of Gen.G. This is some of the best Khan play that we've seen so far this season.
Yeah.
And they were our LCK champions, but it wasn't because Khan was absolutely fantastic or anything like that. He still had some of his Khan-esque problems that we saw in his Kingzone days. This is some of the best vintage Khan that we've seen for a really long time. It's a joy to watch.
And
SKT fans beginning to believe, LS, this could be a problem.
No. Don't do that. We've seen what it's done to KT over the years.
Oh, KT's a different beast. KT is, if you believe in them, it works in a negative way. That's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah. People believe too much. And then 2018 Worlds happened. And then it was
like the boy who cried wolf.
There.
Eventually, you know what's going to happen? They're going to win Worlds, and no one's going to... It's not even going to be acknowledged. Riot makes skins for the second place team.
Yeah, we're not going to get ready. We're not going to actually like celebrate it until like exactly the end of the game because everyone's too scared to get excited. Terrible.
The game actually ends, everyone starts celebrating it, and then Mark Merrill comes out and says that there actually needs to be a remake.
Yeah, a remake, and we have to do it again, and then everyone just goes back to clenching. Oh my goodness.
Oh, jeez.
It's a clenched life if you're a KT fan.
Oh, man.
Please no.
And that's the story of how Team Liquid became world champion. Alright, so, in this game, Mountain Dragon is going to get picked up swiftly by Clid. Almost immediately as he's right on top of it. And then after this, it should be a pretty easy transition into a Baron dance. Now, Ezreal is particularly good at being annoying.
Landing on a life is actually huge here. Gets the cleanse, doesn't want to let SKT get that one pick that they're looking for. And this composition, LS, sieges actually quite nicely.
Yeah.
Zoe's pretty good at it. It's a large reason why that Zoe was picked up. Clid, like you say, going to solo this one out. Earth, Wind, and Fire now secured.
You know what I just thought of?
What's
As Khan is taking this. You know the SpongeBob a few moments later?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It took him a bit.
1 minute later. It did certainly take him a while.
Yeah.
But he got there in the end. And sometimes, you know, long journeys are worth it. It's a great destination. Teddy here with the Bloodthirster now in hand. He thinks he's Callista. Oh, the bubble was very close there from Faker.
And at this point of the game, it's just going to come down to SKT.
Booking it, man. He wanted to get over that wall. Life also in trouble.
I just thought of a skit.
Yeah, what's that?
I was looking at the river, and then I thought about Lux, and I thought about a sea creature chasing him. And I thought, how about Little Mermaid Nami?
I mean, Nami already is the Little Mermaid, basically.
No. I mean,
isn't
Ariel.
Koi Nami is basically Ariel, right?
And they can make an Ursula Tom Kent skin.
Or an Ursula Urgot.
Ursulot.
Ursulot! It sounds like a knight. That's amazing. It's like Lancelot, Ursulot. Now we need a knight Urgot skin as well. Give me more Urgot skins.
Oh, man.
That's apparently what we need. Is we're back on the siege one more time, guys. No Barons necessary here for SKT, as they will be able to take down this inner Clid, always threatening. With that Impale, means that Gen.G do have to play a little bit scared, and that is even more Baron area control. Even more parts of the map that are just too dark, and even more places Song1 cannot be farming.
All right.
It's a scary moment here for Gen.G, as I believe SKT has had control of the game of League of Legends, be it game 1 or 2, throughout the entirety of today's play.
Yeah.
Which is what we expected of vintage SKT. This was the spring SKT that was so dominant. Was an SKT that could choose their moment to take control and never relinquish it. It's really good to see them playing to that sort of form. And I was talking to some of the SKT staff, just saying that the opinion of the players has certainly gotten better, as Pop Blossom here from CuVee. He doesn't even get it off, though, just explodes at the hands of Khan. Khan pretty good at that this game, as SKT will move over to the inhibitor on the bottom side of the map. They know that they've got Gen.G routed. They will have spare time. They should be able to lock this one down. A lot of damage availability. Final Spark might actually be the last one for this game.
They're going to get the bottom inhibitor, and it looks like they're keen on retreating. As SK Telecom, they're the Dragon Slayers this game.
Damn right they
If
are.
you ever have a dragon problem, you better call them. That's going to be their new slogan.
They're the Exterminators.
Yeah, they are.
But kind of ironic, because they've got a Scorpion on their team.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
I didn't know that was the back animation of that skin.
It's a cute one. Yeah, it's actually dope. I'm glad you recognized that.
Let's recognize the replay.
Recognize what? Where'd
I
she
mean,
go?
I don't know. Actually, I don't even know whether the corpse was there on the ground. It's like
man.
too dead. Too dead. Like, even the pixels were eviscerated.
Yeah.
Alright, well, SKT, all of the control in the world. Do need to do a little bit of housekeeping, though. They've been a little bit lax, allowed the weeds to grow back on the topside jungle of Gen.G, and by weeds, I mean, of course, the warding they've been able to put down. Control vision cleared inside the Baron pit. However, Khan's able to push in. He's got himself a GA. Very comfortable in a 1-3-1 scenario or a 1-4 scenario, depending on what they're going for. Teddy throws down a control ward. He's looking for Song1 as Clid. He's found a target, and they are dead. That is just how that's going to go. Teddy easily locks down Kuzan. And the fact that anyone dies in one CC duration of the Impale means that if you don't have a QSS or one available, you're dead.
Yeah. And at this point of the game, it doesn't even seem like SK Telecom care that much about waiting for the Infernal and playing Captain Careful game, as that's going to be the top inhibitor. Wow, that's a lot of damage that he took from the turret shot, but with the Bloodthirster and Blade of the Ruin King.
I think this is fantastic, though, because in game number 1, SKT, all they were thinking about was, we can't do anything without a Baron because of their composition. Now, they're using a comp that loves sieging despite the Baron, because if Gen.G fights them around the Baron, that could be Gen.G's only opportunity to get back in, as Khan does find a knock-up onto Song1. Yeah, They're able to take all of these inhibitors right in front of Gen.G, and they can't actually do anything about it.
Yeah, Gen.G can't actually contest.
We almost have Impale up again, and SKT just get to click their fingers and kill someone. That is what this comp does if you don't have QSS on every member of your team.
Oh, they really want to end right now.
I mean, why the heck not? I mean, 30 minutes just ticked over. They've got half the health bar on one Nexus.
Impale is about to be up.
Yep, there it is. And now Clid can decide. This is turret defense on the hardest difficulty when you don't have very much experience with the game. That is how this one feels. Starting to get overwhelming. There it is. Impale came in. The Nico is going to leave. That redemption is certainly not going to exist, and the Nexus is just going to get obliterated. SKT decide to end the game, and then it ends.
Just like that, huh?
Yep.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
All right.